trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. If I wake up with a bad attitude, I fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hello and welcome. I am so glad you're here. I'm Beth, a creator-based coach with CMH Coaching for Life. I'm here today to help you and those you love create a life you feel grounded and at home in. Think of a life where you feel peace, love for those around you, and in a flow with just enough challenge to keep you happy and creating something wonderful. Sounds like magic, but it's not. You can create that life every single day. You can have a life full of love, excitement, hope, and creation. Our mission at CMH Coaching is to flood the earth with light through compassion, mindfulness, and hope. And I'm going to ask a favor of you. If you like what you see and hear today, think of someone you know that would enjoy and benefit from this message. Our mission is to flood the world with compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Share this with them. But for now, this is time just for you. So settle into whatever you're doing and enjoy this time with the girls, where we create that one awesome, amazing, perfect life every one of us is seeking.
What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? You gotta watch your thinking. Watch your thinking. Watch your thinking.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
gonna be perfect. Just saying. Welcome to a creator-based life, where we are three podcast hosts, discombobulated and more than a little tired. So we're here today to share with you some thoughts on rest. I'm here with Jacine Bonnet. See, I can't even hardly.
Hi.
Yes, and Jennifer Drews.
Hello.
And you know me, I'm Beth Bitsane Brooks, and we're all here in a creator-based way to just talk about things. It seems like in my life anyway, things start to pick up when I can start to plant the garden, usually in March, beginning of April. Once we're into April, we are counting down to all the stuff that needs to happen before summer vacation. Last count, it was 9 weeks. I think as of today, it's 8 weeks until summer vacation, and it just speeds up and speeds up and speeds up. For us, it means end of school year conferences and concerts and soccer tournaments and all the different things that we have to go down to the city for. And we have a lot of spring birthdays. So it just really goes. But I know for a lot of moms, especially people who still have kids in school, it's just crazy town between now and the time that summer starts. So we really wanted to help out with, you don't have to get more and more and more tired. There is a solution. And we're going to talk about that today. But Jacine, how's it going for you? You're
It's
with grandkids right now, right?
I am. Yeah, yeah. And three of the four are home today.
Oh, we
Yeah.
didn't know they were all going to be home today. Okay.
No, no. Well, and it's a reminder of, that life comes at you and you do the best that you can with
What you
what's
got?
going on. Yeah, I've got one kiddo that um has a sore throat, but it's tonsillitis. It's not just a sore throat,
Oh,
it's actually tonsillitis. So got
mm,
some meds for him, some and then another one that had been in an accident, a really significant car accident on Wednesday night.
oh my
And she
gosh.
has a concussion and she is
Probably
yeah,
a fair amount of trauma too, then.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So, yeah, just kind of dealing with aches and pains and There's a lot. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And the other one actually just had the day off today. So
yeah.
it's
I
fine.
have grandkids with the day off. They had Friday and Monday off.
Yeah.
That's yeah. And then Jen told me the story of not sleeping well last night.
Mm-mm.
And then to add insult to injury, waking up at 5 o'clock this morning as if she were teaching the youth scripture class and she didn't have to teach. Just wrong, right?
No, I know, I know. Oh well. Oh well.
You
Just
didn't, you woke up, but you didn't drive in, did you?
No, well, what it
Okay.
was is my teaching partner, she's going out of town, so we swapped days.
Oh, yeah.
So I usually teach Monday and Tuesday, and then we alternate Wednesdays. And so I won't be teaching till Wednesday. So I
Mm.
thought, great, I'm sleeping in. But no, this morning my cat and my husband even needed me to get out of bed and do something for him. So I was just like, are you kidding me? It's 5.
5 a.m. and I could be asleep.
And he knew I didn't have to get up. But so I was like,
Oh,
okay.
man.
And then
Yeah.
once I get up and move around, I can't go back to sleep.
Right, you're done.
So, yeah, there it was. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh well, it is what it is.
Mm.
And we had company all weekend, which was super fun.
Yeah.
And had our we had Easter's giving for dinner
Oh,
and had a big celebratory feast with the turkey and the ham and the sweet potatoes and the pies and all of the Thanksgiving stuff. We made this huge Thanksgiving dinner. It was really fun. And then we went out and hunted eggs.
oh,
But
fun.
my
Yes.
favorite part was Troy traditionally takes the kids down to the woods, the little ones, to go hunt for the Easter bunny while all the big people hide the eggs. But this year we'd had so much rain, we didn't want
Mm.
to put all the eggs out. So Aubrey came up with the idea of taking painter's tape and taping the eggs to the teenagers.
Oh,
So
that's
we had
funny.
not all teenagers because Seth and Jared did it too, but they had like on their biceps and they had on their backs and on their fronts. And Samantha and Aaron were all covered with eggs. So when the little kids came up to the house, the teenagers were like, "Oh my gosh, the Easter Bunny was here. Look and see what they did to me."
Oh,
But you can't
fun.
catch them.
Cute.
And Samantha and Aaron were hopping around the yard with the eggs all over them. It was
Cute.
just really, really fun.
Oh,
But
fun.
all that cooking and all that eating and all that celebrating, and it's a good day for rest.
Yeah.
It's a good day for rest.
Mm.
So let's talk about what we do for rest. I know, Jacine, you had the book Sacred Rest that
I
you had
did.
been reading that you wanted
Yeah.
to talk a little bit about.
Yeah, I don't have it with me.
Okay. Well, I have mine.
I just got, yeah,
What was the
Wednesday,
subject?
Thursday. I don't even remember. Like,
Creative rest.
honestly, yeah, creative rest. That was it. Thank
I
you.
have the,
I'm
and
like, oh my
for
gosh.
me, creative rest is the one that when I took her tests, I took her quiz, I scored lowest in
Me too.
because
Me
I
too.
won't take time for
Yes,
creative rest. It
right.
feels like, for some reason, it feels less productive, less needful.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Hmm.
the way it is with you too?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Low on
Okay.
the totem pole. Yeah. But it's
So,
like it's so important though, like that
well,
creative rest. Yeah.
and this, when they were hopping around the backyard, I'm like, this is
Mhm.
as creative as I get. We just had a blast, just pretending
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the backyard. But yeah, creative rest. And I know when I do the my one word workshop with Jen and we make the collages, that is
Mm.
so nourishing for me and so restful. Whenever we do it, I'm like, why do I not do this more often? This creativity.
Right. And it could even look like journaling. Creative rest is even journaling. Creative rest. I mean, she has a lot of ideas on creative rest and what
If
that
she
looks
talks
like.
about building sabbaticals in
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I
almost,
liked how she talked about how it was resting in creation, in the
Yes.
sense of like creative rest is soaking in her title to it. It's beauty and light.
Hmm.
Like a lot of being in nature is and recognizing the beauty, like checking out of your life, checking out of like all the electronic stuff and soaking in beauty and light in nature is uh,
yes.
that's what I really took in when she started to talk about creative rest. There
Mm.
is also the creation part of that creation rest, but
sitting in the creation.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. When I went to the city the last time and I stayed a week down there, all I wanted when I came home was to just sit in the open nature behind the house.
Mm,
Look at anything,
yeah.
just in the quiet and just hear the birds and look at the trees and be part of nature. It
Mhm.
was incredibly rejuvenating. I mean, I loved being in the city. Everything's really close. It's really fun, but it's not the same as being out in the country.
Can I read a little blurb that helped me with her?
Yes,
It's from
yes,
her
yeah.
book. It's from her book, and it's the chapter 10 creative rest part. And she says, whether natural or man made, all beauty is a creative work,
Mm,
whether natural or man made. Our soul yearns to be awed and captivated. When we are deprived of these opportunities, depression, apathy arise within. Creative rest revives our failing hearts. Life becomes more enjoyable when we soak in beauty and light.
mm,
So it can be both man-made or nature. But I
yeah.
always go to nature. So that's just
Yeah, for
Word,
sure.
the word soak.
so.
Mm,
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not dip, you know, it's like a long hot soak in the bathtub, only you're soaking in it and you're soaking it in at the same time.
can you soak it in a matter of a moment? Let's say you only have a moment, and I'm just considering what's been going on after the accident, and um, my son is not in great shape. My
Oh,
granddaughter is not in great shape. Um, my daughter-in-law went to work today, and Jet, ends up getting tonsillitis, and it just has been this roller coaster, right? And
yes.
I today I have felt like I think you go into the mode as human beings of, okay, this is what needs to be done. You know, we have dinners to make, we've got
Yeah.
laundry to do, we've got this, that, all of these things that need to be done. And I've noticed that today, especially, I was like, oh, I just haven't even taken a moment to go outside and breathe. And so here's my question. Can rest happen in a moment?
Yes.
Mhm.
I know rest can happen in a moment because I found several places of rest when I was doing all this stuff with family.
Hmm.
And it was, I mean, the house was full and there was a lot going on in every area of the house and the yard. But I could find, I was cognizant of my breath. And
Mm,
so I can remember walking out into the kitchen to do something and coming back into my body, deliberately coming back in, finding my breath, and then feeling my feet and just
mm,
present in my space,
mm,
or breathing in the scent of Chloe's sweet potato pie, which she
mm.
told me her brother-in-law was kicked out of the family because he dropped it one year at Thanksgiving. So it's a big family tradition for them that she brought it and shared it with us was really cool. But it was really interesting because when I took that moment just long enough to be aware of my breath, it
Uh-huh.
was because I built it into my regular days now that I will take pauses through the day. But it was so busy. And in that breath, I felt such gratitude as I connected to the present moment, to the space I was in, and to all of the energy around
Mm,
me. You know, whether it was kids playing toys on the sun porch or grown-ups teasing back and forth, they got a lot of family stories going, and they were all
yeah.
sharing and laughing over family stories. But to just to be present was so restful. It like brought me back to who I was in the midst of all of the busyness.
Mm,
Yeah. So that
I
was,
love how you said about like appreciation and gratitude,
mm,
because I think that's where it's like we can have that moment in that
uh-huh.
rest because we recognize the beauty or the of what's being created, like being around family, or like she talks in her book about like having just the awareness of the beauty of a baby's laugh. That's the
yes.
moment of creation rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like just these little sparks even that you can have.
Sparks.
Mm.
That's essentially what it is. It's like and it's kind of funny to put sparks and rest in the same sentence, right? Because you would think spark being an energy thing, but maybe it's the spark that is restful that energizes you to where you feel rested. But that's what it feels like. It feels like sparks.
Little like a spark of your attention, like this is grabs your attention, and you're like, oh, how beautiful this moment is.
Yeah. And
Right.
Wesley's 4 months old now, and he is just barely learning to laugh, which
Mhm.
was so much fun because just you could see all of the crazy things people would do to try to make Wesley laugh. Yeah. And every once in a while you get a giggle, but not a belly laugh
Yeah.
yet. Not there yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
It's
I can
rest.
remember when we first read this book, JC, and it was for a book club.
Yes, yeah.
Started a little list of what were some of my of God's creation, like my creation, my ahs and things like that. And like I can remember some of them were a lot of it just takes being a kind of aware of what's happening around you.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember being out on my back porch and bare feet. It's a back patio, bare feet.
Bare
And
feet.
this big old fat bumblebee
Ooh.
was flying around my foot.
Oh,
I was standing there and I was like, I'm just going to be still. And it was so amazing to feel the air that his wings moved around my foot.
oh, wow.
I
Just to
know.
have that presence, to feel
That's
that.
awe and wonder.
Well,
kind
and
of.
that was that rest moment.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
taking the moment to be aware
Yeah.
and to feel. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I hadn't like read this book and tried to be aware of these things, if I would have had that experience or been aware of that experience
Right.
and just was still instead of freaking out and moving because it's a
Right.
bumblebee.
Oh,
It
you're
was one
like,
of those big old fat ones. So I felt
Yeah.
his wings and I was like, oh, wow.
well, and I find in places like that, like you were on your back patio with the bumblebee, the awareness around me takes me out of my head. It's my head that gets me all wound up
Mhm.
about,
My thoughts. Yeah.
yeah, thinking, not being present, thinking about I've got this I need to get done and this, oh my gosh, and this appointment. And that's really where the end of year stuff starts up because we have more appointments and more places to be and all of more traffic, more of that. And so getting out of my head, paying attention to those little wonders, right? Bumble.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what brings me back to a restful state.
I like the thought of a bumblebee moment. Like that
I
just.
know.
I do
Because
too.
I've had them on my back porch where they've stung me. One stung me on
Well,
my nose and on my ear. So
Oh
oh,
no.
I've had
for you to be calm was,
yeah.
yeah.
But those are like smaller bumblebees. But this was the big old fat guy that I'm like, I can
Yeah.
outrun you probably, you know,
Yeah.
or hopefully, you know. But it
Yeah.
was just, I mean, if I hadn't sat still and felt because he was going around the base of my foot. There was, you know, something he wasn't, and I was just like, wow, I can feel his wings, like the air moving.
Curious.
It
Yeah.
was so
Mhm.
fascinating to me.
Cool. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so Jacine, it sounds like you've got a lot of emotional stuff going on from the car accident, as
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
as
Physical. Yeah.
the physical stuff, as well as the quick shift in life, the unexpected, and there's these. How do you find rest in that?
Yeah. That's
It's like
that-
turbulence is what it feels like to me. Like, like you're in an airplane and there's turbulence and you're up and
right.
sideways.
Right.
How do you find rest there?
Well, it was really helpful this week because in our church, as you guys know, we have a twice a year, if they call it general conference, where boy, and because it was Easter yesterday, it was sitting down and just being present and listening to the talks of our Savior, Jesus Christ, and just
Stuff
for
on the rest.
me, that was beautiful. That was beautiful rest, and I noticed watching my son just, he was there, but not all the way present, but just fall asleep. And I had the thought of, and I this was a great moment too, of having the thought of, wow, what a beautiful, like listening to this, falling asleep to this. What beautiful
That's
rest.
good
Like
too.
how restful is that, right?
Mhm.
I'm sure that was great rest.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I think I the timing was really wonderful to be able to take for a few hours yesterday and just be in that, and all the kids sat and listened and colored and had questions. And so it was good. That was my rest. Yeah.
Spiritual,
Yeah.
spiritual rest. Yeah.
Yeah. Spiritual rest. Yeah.
Rest. I
And
had to
even
check and see if it was in her book, but I'm
It
like, how
is.
could she not have spiritual
Yes,
rest in
it
there?
is.
that,
Yes,
but also
she's
a
got.
little bit because I have like my little list, my little thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I
I'm
love your.
also even thinking that was probably a little bit of like social mental rest too. I mean, like because you're with your family and
Hmm.
all that
And
sort
you're
of stuff.
safe. Everybody's safe
Ah,
together.
Yeah. Yes.
Having had an accident, to be safe together is really healing.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because that's so out of the blue.
Yeah. And I
Mm.
think I know maybe like a lot of our listeners, we go into the mode of just holding things together. Like when the accident happened, I had my eldest granddaughter at our house, so not with the family.
Right.
And just that responsibility of helping her manage her thoughts through it, right? So I can feel that it's coming for me to have that release. And I think that release is super important as well, so that we can have that emotional rest once
It is.
just to
But
let
you have to
those
have the release.
feelings.
You can't carry the burden around with you. Yeah.
Right, right. And I think for so many years, I never allowed myself that release. It
Mhm.
was always, okay, get through this, move on. What's next? Right.
Mhm.
And so I'm kind of looking forward to heading home for driving for 3.5 hours
Uh-huh.
alone.
Uh-huh. And being able to talk to God on that trip back over the mountains.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's going to be really good. I'm not putting on mascara because I know it will come off. Yeah.
To debriefing.
Fully anticipating. But looking forward to it, which is so weird, you guys. That's not usually me, but I am really looking forward to that rest and that release, that the rest that comes from the release.
Mhm.
Well, it's also your sacred time, so I
Yeah.
can see why you're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's beautiful. That's awesome. Well, there's so many kinds of rest. She talks about sensory rest as well, which
Mm.
is something I really enjoyed after everybody went home and my house was quiet. Just to sit, the energy was still there,
Yeah.
just to sit in the memories and the energy and the sweetness of that sensory rest. It was quiet. I was still. I think it's really important that we can do that. Just talks about mental rest and emotional rest,
Mhm.
social rest, which is where you were. And then the last one's my favorite. Give it a rest. Just just give it a rest, you know? And for me, that's we did not a podcast, but we did a Monday morning inspiration not too long ago of take a vacation from your problems.
Mm.
Yeah, just give it a rest. Just put it down and know that it'll be there for you when you come back. And just give it a rest. You don't have to think about it all the time.
What if we could do that like before we go to bed at night? Wouldn't that be great to just like give it a rest?
I think you could if you wanted to.
There
Uh,
is actually a hypnosis little thing that imagery thing you can do. And I do
Mm.
do it
Mhm.
sometimes where it's like I put all of those thoughts or things, the list I think I need to do in a box, in a little box.
Nice.
And I walk it out of my room, not an imagery, not like not fake room, but my room, and I walk it into another part of the house, put it either in the cupboard or on the shelf, and say, okay, these are the worries for tomorrow. These are all the things for tomorrow. I'll pick it
Mm.
up tomorrow, and then I walk back to my bed in my brain.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
What a great imagery. You're right.
I really love that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes I have to do two boxes because I'll get back to my bed in my brain and I'll be like, oh, there's another one. Didn't put it in
Oh
the
yeah,
box.
there's
Oh,
more.
there's another box,
I need
wait.
to reinforce the shelf.
yeah, but just kind of helps give a little space to, have your brain stop that
Mm.
gerbil wheel of worrying over the next day's stuff.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah, it is just beautiful. Okay, so let's just summarize. Um, if we want to be rested, when June 1st comes along? What are just off the cuff? What are some things that we could use just as a quick go-to as we go through? Talked about creative rest, do something fun,
Mm-hmm.
and creative, be in nature,
Mm-hmm.
put it in a box on the shelf when you go to bed at night so your brain can rest. Help me out. What else?
I like the sensory rest. I really like that, Beth, because as you said that, in my mind, I had this picture of in the evenings, part of that put it to rest is remembering those vignettes of the day. Those just,
Yes,
right?
the
Those just
sweetness, the
the
vignette.
sweet
Yeah,
vignettes of the day and not focusing on the yuckies. You
yeah.
know, those are the problems that I could maybe put in the box, but I'm thinking, oh, I really want to focus on the vignettes and or maybe I want to put the things, give it a rest, put the things in the box first and then focus on my vignettes and be in that sensory rest. I don't know. Just
Well, those
I'm
vignettes you're
thinking,
talking
thinking.
about,
Yeah,
those vignettes to me are like the what went well, it was good during the day.
right.
No, I don't
Yes,
want to
well
put those in my
said.
box because those things I don't
No,
like thinking over and over again. It's my problems in the box that keep me up at night. So yeah,
exactly. So that's why I want to put those away first and then think about the
then
vignette.
come back to bed
Yeah,
and go through the good things. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. And then regularly bringing yourself back into your body. Get out of
Mhm.
your head as you're moving through the day. Come back into the present. And you do that with a deep breath and feeling what's happening in your body every single
Feel
time.
feel the bumblebee. Okay.
Yeah, feel the bumblebee. Come back
Feel the
into
bumblebee wings. Yeah.
Yep.
Can I share?
I saw it recently with look using your five senses. What do I hear? What do I see? What do I taste? You know, working through your five senses
No.
just briefly. Yeah, to come back into who you are and where you are at that present moment.
Can I share one thing about rest that
You sure can. I mean, we'll take 4 or 5
okay.
things.
Because I remember, I mean, like this book was really pretty
It's a powerful
impactful
one.
for me. And I
Mhm.
can remember I kept putting notes and things in it. And so
Uh-huh.
it wasn't until we did this that I revisited it. It's like, I've got to read this book again. But I found
I know, I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I found one of my little things and I did put a picture of it in the text if you want to put it up. I don't know if you can or not.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
saw
You do.
that. Yeah.
Okay, it's this picture.
Yeah.
Put it up on the text because it is the Japanese symbol. You know, their words are symbols. The
Hmm.
Japanese symbol for rest is a man sitting under a tree.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
isn't that sweet?
Wow.
And all of
Wow.
the different rests are there
Yeah.
with him
Wow.
So I
sitting.
mean, if you want to take a look at that symbol, apparently it's a man sitting under a tree. I don't know which way it goes. I was
Oh,
thinking
wow.
the
Yeah.
man, and this might be the tree.
Yeah.
Or this is because I think that's more, yeah, but it's the symbol of that is a man sitting under the tree.
That's
Wow.
really cool.
And it talks a lot about the philosophy of the Japanese Zen and minimalism and nature is a big part of it. And yeah, so I thought it was just really kind
Mm.
of cool. So
Yeah,
Mm.
I love it. Well, that's beautiful. Well, hopefully that gave our listeners something to work with for the next several weeks as we're
Mm.
moving through. Something that everybody needs to be aware of is World Tai Chi Day is coming the fourth Saturday of this month. This is a
Mm.
very cool process. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but World Tai Chi Day starts at 10 o'clock Central Time on Saturday. Actually, it starts in New Zealand at the very beginning of World Tai Chi Day. It starts in New Zealand at 10 a.m. And
Mhm.
to observe it in New Zealand, you would begin your Tai Chi practice at 10 a.m. And then it traverses time zones. In each of the time zones on the earth, it will start again at 10 a.m. in each time zone with organized Tai Chi and Qigong practices where people gather from all over that time zone in big groups and
Really?
practice Tai Chi and Qigong. Yeah. And so it goes all the way around the world. For us, it would be the 25th of April, and it will go all the way around the world in one continuous loop for 24 hours, Tai Chi and Qigong for one full day, World Tai Chi Day.
Wow.
So our little
Yeah.
Tai Chi group is doing a session that morning at 10 o'clock so that we can keep the wave going as it comes across
Mhm.
from Jacine's time zone to our time zone. And we'll just keep going and keep it going. 10 o'clock
Yeah.
Central Time, we'll begin. Yeah. And then what's going on for book club?
We are moving on to a really cool book that I had never heard of. It's called Remarkably Bright Creatures. And it,
Bright
yeah,
Creatures?
Bright Creatures. It's like a
It's
murder mystery, but not,
it's
but with
fun.
an octopus and a,
I've read it. It is
you
fun.
have,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I've listened to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've what the guy Martin, the octopus is
Martin. I think the octopus's name is Martin, or I
Martin.
don't know. Yeah, I
Oh, I
think,
just
yeah.
love the Grumpy Martin. And I don't know. I love the whole, I really liked it. I'm going to
Yeah.
revisit it with you guys. I'll be listening to it again, but
Yeah, so the premise is that it's an older woman who works at a uh
aquarium.
aquarium. I was like a sea creature
Yeah.
thing. No, an aquarium.
Aquarium.
AKA, yeah. And she has this connection with this octopus. So this octopus wants to get a message to her to help solve this mystery. And it's this story about how he can communicate being an octopus, and he only has X amount of time left in his life because they only live for so long. And so anyway, yeah, we just thought, what a great fun read. Yeah.
He's an escape artist too, so
Oh my
it's
gosh. It
yeah.
sounds like so much
Well,
fun. And just
octopuses
light
are.
and
They are.
speed.
They're escape artists. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Well, that's gonna be a riot.
yeah, it should be a fun book. And then I'm thinking we might go back to Sacred Rest because it's been a few years since we read
Yep,
that
and
one.
it would be a good
Yeah.
one.
Me
And
too.
for this next few weeks, as we're all winding up the work season,
Yeah.
really nice for us to observe the gifts of rest.
And there's probably some new faces in
Yes, that didn't read it. Yeah.
before, yeah.
And I know there are some new faces
Yeah.
with the podcast. We've got our jump in listeners has really been nice. So the more we can talk about it and work with it, that'll be really, really fun.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
The only thing constant is change. We just keep growing, and it's exciting.
It is. It is. Yes.
Really, really exciting. Well, to you listeners, we hope that you will have gotten some good ideas while you've been listening of some ways that you can rest in the middle of the busyness of life. Spring is growing season in so many different ways, lots of opportunities, and use the little bits of rest, the little moments of rest, the vignettes at the end of your day, so that you do keep rest in between your activities. That integrates your growth, that integrates your learning, and it helps you propel you forward in the growing season for spring and for fall, or summer, spring and summer.
Yeah.
Fall, we'll talk about harvest, but for now, let's just enjoy all the growing season. It's too cool. So till next week, we will see you in your creator-based life and in ours. We're glad you came. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? You gotta watch. What you thinking?
Hey, thanks for joining us today in A Creator-Based Life. I hope you felt that compassion, mindfulness, and hope you came seeking today. You can find more of it at cmhcoaching.com or on Linktree/CMHcoaching. Of course, any social media outlet, we're there
Dude, I
too.
just fill my
Because
mind
you
with
felt the
gratitude to
benefit
give
and light in
thanks
this
for
message,
everything.
please
With every
invite
thought
those
I
you care
think.
deeply
I
about
can
to
choose
join
to
us.
be
Help us to
happy,
create a
choose
ripple
to
effect
be
across
free.
the globe of
Moment by
compassion, mindfulness,
moment,
and
it's
hope.
all up to me.
Then
'Cause what
we
I
can
think
create
about, I bring
creator-based
about.
life
That's the way it is, and there is no doubt.
Have a great
Day
week,
by
y'all.
day, I
Talk
pave
to
the
you
way
soon.
with every little thought I think. Day by day, I pave the way with